We'll be talking about how do you go ahead and price your ebook correctly, number one. And we will also be going ahead and finalizing how to strategize your book launch date. Then we will
Will
also
also
be
be
talking about how to go ahead and find the three categories that will help you to easily hit your that bestseller. Okay. And that will also help you to identify how many number of orders do you need to hit that number one bestseller. Okay. So actually we are working on a prompt. Okay. Because I tested that particular prompt for my third book, and with just 10 pre-orders, I was able to hit bestseller. And then on and off, there are sales happening. But there was some issue with that prompt, so we sent it back, and then we are still waiting for it. But I cannot guarantee that only 10 orders will help you hit that bestseller. So if that particular prompt is back, or I will go ahead and maybe share a short video in the group that will help you to go ahead and just upload your manuscript, run that particular prompt, and that will go ahead and give you a lot of keywords that will help you to rank higher on Amazon. But right now, that particular prompt is onto the testing phase, so I am waiting on it. Maybe we should be able to use that prompt both for fiction and non-fiction, both together. Now, we will be discussing fiction into the other sessions, because you both will have 4 more sessions with me. Today's session number 6. What we are covering is one, two, three. 3 more sessions for nonfiction. More or less, the structure is still the same. Only 2 sessions will be extra for fiction that I will be explaining it to you. 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay? 1 second, 1 second. Give me one. I've So, coming back to our session, 1 second, let me go down. Here we go. I'm just logging in. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I'm not able to open it. 1 second. One second. Let me try and find out why is it not opening. Today's session 6, right? So we will be talking about session 6. Let me check. Okay. Oh, got it here. Okay, so this is one second. Let me check if I've started the recording. Okay. So uh this is something that you will go ahead and give you an option to go ahead and understand how do you price your ebook in each marketplace. So generally, India doesn't offer you when you are listing your book into India, it generally goes ahead and gives you the royalty as 35%. But if you want to go ahead and get 70% royalty, that's when you have to ensure that you are selecting your book under Kindle Unlimited. That's when you get 70% royalty. So this is what they are going ahead and giving us as of now. To go ahead and simply explain, see, it says 35% royalty option, minimum, this is what the price is. Maximum, this is what the listing, the upper range of the pricing is. And if the file is up to 3 MB, 3 MB to 10 MB, it's $1.99 to $200. 10 MB or greater, 2.99 to $200. So in 35% royalty, it is based on the size. There is a limit, price limit. But 70% royalty, the lowest range is $2.99 up till almost $10 to be very precise. So this is what they have given. Now you might be thinking, why are we going ahead and talking like, why is the size of it is matters. So what I have realized is when I go ahead and download a particular PDF file or a doc file, after the draft is fully written, the size will be different as compared to the KPF and the EPUB file that you download. Okay. So and once the size is different and when it is uploaded to the Kindle account, so that time again, the KDP account I'm talking about, that time again, there is a variance. It could decrease, it could increase because that's something that no one has, like it's not in our control, like a minute, like a 10% plus minus, I can say. So when you're choosing in for a 35% royalty, so how do I put it across? So this is what you have to understand. When you want to earn 90%, sorry, 70% royalty, the clause as per the Amazon is for the first, when you list your book on for 70% royalty, the first 90 days, you cannot distribute the book digitally in the form of PDF or guides or free copy anywhere else, anywhere other than Amazon. You cannot do that because they want exclusive rights. After the 90 days are over, that time you can start sell, maybe like, selling or maybe giving like some guides out of it, some part of it. But if you are planning to go ahead and, sell it on other platforms as well, then 35% royalty is an option that will help you. Okay. So you have to choose wisely. See, then the other aspect that you need to go ahead and understand is like you might be thinking when it is just an ebook, there is a very high probability that people are going to go ahead and just download it, right? So why is there so much of cost involved? So in every single time, Amazon is actually the moment there's a customer who clicks on that particular ebook and they are placing an order, Amazon will go ahead and at the back end, like, read out that particular book copy to that particular person. So there is a cost involved, like, maybe the internet or maybe downloading or transferring that data, everything. So that particular cost is something that Amazon takes. So if you're pricing your book for 100 rupees that and you're choosing a 70% royalty, so 30% is definitely the costing that Amazon takes, and another 5 rupees is something that is the taxation part that happens. So when we are coming out here, if you check every single marketplace, it has its own, like I can say, a funder. So normally we go ahead and choose a 70% royalty option where like 90 days The ebook is exclusively available on Amazon. It's not on our website or on any other platforms. But the clause is only digital forms. You can have your paperback or your physical book copies sold on other platforms. Okay, only the ebook should be on Amazon. But if you're planning to go for paperback, the paperback can be definitely listed on maybe like something like a Flipkart or the other websites. You can have it. Hope I'm clear on that part. Okay. Now, so generally a primary marketplace, if you have a lot of buyers, say for example from US, that time you will be choosing your primary marketplace as Amazon.com. Okay. But again, if you have a lot of buyers from India, that's when you choose Amazon.in. So I want you to think about like how many buyers do you have, like, and where are they from? And based on that, you go ahead and choose your primary marketplace. So for Amazon.in, the lowest price band is 99 and maximum is 450. Now, when you are looking at the pricing part, you have to understand, like, let me go ahead and give you an example of a lady who wrote a book of around 130 pages. She's also a master trainer. So we were in the same group, and this lady went ahead and she priced her ebook, not even a paperback, for around 635 rupees. And she posted in our master trainer WhatsApp group stating like my book is available. So many people congratulated her, and there were two people, and these two people actually went ahead and said like, why is the book price so high when it is only 130 pages? So if you're writing a book of say 100 pages or 200 pages, pricing it for 49 rupees doesn't make sense. And I generally do not recommend people to go ahead and write a book of 30 pages because it is more like a booklet. That's what I have noticed. Like 30 pages is barely like, just 15 pages back and front and the book is over. What will your reader get? But on the contrary, like when you're writing 100 have to 200 pages book, it becomes like a full-fledged book that the reader can go ahead and get an experience. So when you're pricing your ebook, so generally we go ahead and price a ebook for 99 rupees. That is the lowest in 70% royalty. And maybe after like few months or like few days, you can go ahead and increase the price if you wish to. Coming back to your paperback pricing, the paperback pricing depends upon the quality, the paper quality, number of pages, and etc. Many other aspects that you are going for, and even the dimensions, to be very honest. So generally, the paperback pricing ranges between 225 to 300 rupees. If you're opting for a say a 5 by 8 or 5.5 by 8.5 with a black and white interior. So this is what generally, and again, the number of pages would be roughly around um 140 to 200. So this is what the price band is generally. So you have to keep these things in mind when you are working with the publisher as well. So if you notice, these are the other I'm so sorry, I'm just too tired. So this is for Amazon Canada. This is the price. Amazon Brazil, UK, Europe, Japan, Mexico, Australia, all of these things. Now you might be thinking that we might have to go ahead and remember how much do I put in the price for each of the countries, but that's not the case. When you go ahead and punch the price for India, the pricing for rest of the countries is automatically calculated. And if you need, you might just go ahead and change the pricing. If you think that the pricing it is showing is very less, you can also go ahead and increase the pricing. Fair enough? Guys, clear on that? Tarun is still thinking. Tarun, what are you thinking? Tell me.
It's in Kindle, so it will be available across the globe. Is that so?
Yes.
Okay. And like, let us take an example. Let us compare with US and India. If I'm pricing the book around 160 or 200 rupees, let us take an example. So the price
Hmm.
which is shown here, is that for ebook or is that for the paperback? Which doesn't mean.
As of now, we will be listing our ebook. See, this is
Okay.
a strategy that we follow. We first get our ebook out. The reason is, uh, see, we are like, we are not well-known authors like people would know, right? So what happens is like it becomes difficult to go ahead and sell paperbacks that easily. Like in case of like I was working one-on-one with two people and two well-known people. They took up my book writing sessions, like personalized ones. So one of them is a founder in Mumbai, and I also advised him to go ahead and ensure that you are doing an ebook first and paperback later on. He did not listen to me. The other person is a motivational speaker in Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, I don't remember. Now, this guy also, I told him, don't do that. Do the ebook first and paperback later on. He did not do it. I'll tell you exactly what happened in both the places. The founder in Mumbai, he invited me as a guest speaker in his school once. And when I went out there, what happened is this guy, sure, I asked him what happened to your book, and he said, he showed me the books. He had printed 1,000 copies. And I said, how many sales did you get? And he said, nothing happened. I said, okay. Now what? He said, no, I'm planning to go ahead and give it to that Raddi wala, that scrap dealer. Okay.
Yeah.
Other person who was this motivational speaker I worked with, he printed again 1,000 copies. And now that person is just giving those copies for free to people, whoever he's visiting. So this happens. See, we are not well-known names like maybe a Sudha Murthy or Shiv Khera or someone like, the moment there is a new book that will be released, it will be sold so easily. So maybe like a bestseller tag is something that gives the reader that trust. Okay, this book was a bestseller. That means it must have been something good. And sometimes, to be very honest, certain books do not pick up at the in the initial days. But you never know when will it pick up. You cannot predict it. Like, Ikigai was launched in March 2016, but there was no buzz. But I remember, I might have mentioned this into my webinar also. I was visiting a lady where she had this retirement party, and I wanted to gift her something. So instead of gifting her an apparel or maybe a bouquet, I thought let me go ahead and gift her something, because once she retires, she'll have a lot of time at hand. What will she do? So let me go ahead and gift her some books. So it was December 2016. I went to Crossword Navi Mumbai and I asked that person, like, I want to gift this lady so and so some books. What do you recommend? He got me three. He went running and he came back with three books. By that time, I had heard about Atomic Habits. I think I had heard about the 5 a.m. club as well. But I did not. I haven't. I remember. The third book that he got me was Ikigai, and I was like, "What does it mean?" He said, "I don't know what does it mean, but people are going crazy behind it." And after that, rest is history. And now there are, if you check on Facebook and everything, there are ads that are being run saying like, "Become a certified Ikigai coach." There was a documentary that was made on Netflix that said blue zones of the world, I guess, that was based on Ikigai.
Oh.
So I did not read the book Ikigai. I have it, but I watched the documentary.
Hmm.
Um, be, because it is much more easier for me that way.
I have
So
listened
this
over audiobook actually.
oh, okay. No, I've heard like a lot of audiobooks. Like there was a time I would just plug it and go to sleep. Like 10
I
minute,
used to
15 minute,
hear
20
while
minute.
driving. So I can't
No,
sleep.
I used to like get distracted like when I
Uh,
used to listen, because when I'm reading or listening, I want my full concentration.
okay.
So like
Uh,
I have like gone ahead and got a lot of information that way,
Okay,
because you
understood.
get into an altered state, right, when you're
Uh,
sleeping.
exactly.
So you tend to remember a lot of things. Yes, Shravan, you had a question for me.
As a starting as a beginning as an author, right? So whatever the platforms you have suggested, like Kindle Unlimited or another thing, the option is there. Which is the best one is to choose?
For what?
Means you said 70% royalty for Kindle Unlimited. Another is 90 days. We should not be. It should be like digital ebook will be there with the Amazon itself. We cannot publish that ebook in other platforms. You said, right? Is I
Hmm.
correct? Another option you
Uh,
said 30% royalty. Wala, you said right. So as a starting, which one is best to choose?
See, all are 35%, 70%, and Kindle Unlimited, all are Amazon. Number
Yes.
one. Okay. The 70% royalty is basically Kindle Unlimited, where you are not allowed to go ahead and put your ebook in a digital form anywhere except Amazon.
Yes. Yes.
So if you want to try out other options, but frankly speaking, people say Google Play is there, this is that, that is there. But to be very honest, if you ask me, um, whenever you have to buy something, you will always go down to Amazon and not Google. One second, what is happening? Now, with the moment I said Google, Google has opened up. I don't know what has gone wrong. Second. Okay, nothing. So, my phone Siri was on, it seems. So, wherever you buy, if you ask me, like many people, if you want to buy something, they will never say go to Mintra, go to Flipkart, or go to Pepperfry. No, check on Amazon. That's the first response that you get from people. So Shravan has gone all of a sudden.
Might be some network issue, but
It
he
came back.
came back.
Back. So,
Sorry, power lost.
power lost. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it is Amazon's, and we generally go ahead and opt for 70% royalty. That's what we do. Okay.
Other than
Hi,
Amazon, what are the
Shivika.
other? Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go on.
I'm sorry about that. So the thing
So
is,
what
like,
are the
other than
conclusions?
Amazon,
I have missed it.
okay, okay. So the
One at a
conclusion
time.
is you can go for 70% royalty.
But there is an exclusivity contract with Amazon.
Obviously, we can publish the
You
hyperlink
can,
of, we
no,
can
no, 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 no. See, no, you can publish a paperback.
okay. Or if we want to sell the e-copy, we can always refer to Amazon page of our book, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
You can grab
You
your
can,
copies from Amazon kind of thing.
exactly. So once your book is out, what you can do is this, like you can just go ahead and put it on, like, all your social media handles, saying that, okay, you can grab your copy out here, you can buy this copy over here. That is something that all of it that we can do easily.
Yeah.
Okay, correct? Yes, Shravan, you had a question.
Just now I have lost the connection. What did you say? I ask.
I
Okay.
said, okay, sure, Tarun will brief you while I have some water.
It's all depends on the time. So this time we'll be going about with 70% royalty thing since we are new one, and
Yeah.
obviously we'll be probably we now rely on Amazon more. So it is better go for 70% royalty. And once we have a paperback edition or once we become a renowned author, then we can switch back to other options.
Understood. Understood.
So when you're opting for paperback, your publisher will go ahead and list your book on Flipkart as well, and maybe based on the packages that they choose, they can maybe like list on other sites as well. So that is with the publisher for the paperback. And since you are learning that particular skill of putting your ebook, see, I'll tell you, My first book, I did only ebook. I did not do a paperback. Okay. So second book, I I got a paperback done, but again the publisher went ahead and said like we'll charge you, I think something 25,000 something, and including ebook and everything. I said don't do ebook, we'll do it. We were four authors. So what I did was like I asked them like how much is for how much will you charge me for the ebook? And he gave me a quote. And I said I want you to deduct that because we'll do the book cover designing and everything. Since I am into like graphic and creative designing and everything, we'll work on it. And once it is done, we'll upload the ebook as well. I want you to just print it and list it on other sites. So they did it for us. Okay. So don't worry about that. They will do it for you for the paperback stuff. But don't waste your money to go ahead and get them do it for the ebook when you can do it yourself. Since you are learning that skill. Yes,
Yeah.
Tarun, tell
Thing
me.
is like what actually publisher do, because we complete everything. So since we for let us take an example for this book which we are about to publish, we have done everything. So we are even published in Amazon. Then what else
Hmm.
will be the role of other than this? What else will be the role of publisher usually?
So so the publisher, see, I'll tell you to be very honest. You can do it yourself if you have time and have the knowledge. You can go ahead and do that. There is a specific way how you should be actually placing it, all the pages. Okay. Then you'll have to put page numbers. Then you have to go ahead and ensure that the alignment is done properly. There are many things into it that they do, the formatting
Oh,
specifically. They
okay.
have some margins and cutters that you have to maintain because, like, to be very honest, people without that knowledge, it's very difficult to go ahead and get that done on your own. So you can opt for doing it on your own, or else you can take up our services, or you can go ahead and work with a publisher. So this publisher, what they do is like they go ahead and create the backend for us. They will list your books on the sites like the paperback one for on Amazon, Flipkart, and whatever options are you choosing for based on the packages that you opt for. And then whenever the customer is actually going ahead and play, they also go ahead and give you an author dashboard. They also give you author copies. They also go ahead and at times give you Amazon Prime listings, okay, for a few months. So based on that, they charge you. So whenever a customer will go ahead and place an order, they will print that book copy and they will dispatch it to that customer. This is what they actually do.
It's a print on demand basis.
Yeah, print on demand basis.
Okay.
Because
Means when
uh
in the case of paperback, when someone purchase our book right on Amazon, means these publishers will going to send the copy to them.
sorry,
In the case
I
of
He
did
was
not
paperback,
asking
understand
like
that.
if we are opting for a publisher, if there is an order for paperback, the publisher will get it printed and send it to the respective person on
Yes,
behalf of us.
yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay, okay.
Because see, the reason is we had that option of going ahead and doing it on our own. Like the physical book orders, because there are many people who do work with me, learn how to write a book, and then they hire a local publisher. But in spite of me warning them, they still go ahead and do the same mistake again of like, getting ahead and uh, printing physical book copies, and then they get stuck. This also happens. Correct.
What is the
But
minimum
I
budget?
always see the I have worked with like five publishers. Out of that, to be very honest, I'm going to give you one which this guy has I think 11 or 12 packages. The lowest one is 2,500 plus GST up to 3 lakhs plus GST. Okay.
What will be the
You get
difference? Huge
Yeah,
difference.
yes, yes, huge
huh.
difference.
So
And
you
it's
can
per month or
choose,
year, 1 year or what exactly?
huh?
The charges is for a month
Yeah,
or for per publishing.
No,
How much? How does it work?
that is a lifetime.
Oh, oh, okay, okay.
That is a lifetime. So 2,500 plus GST comes roughly around 3,000 rupees. And where once that is done, uh, 1 second, there is something that has happened. Give me 1 second. There's something that has happened. Give me 1 second.
No issues. Huh.
They have packages worth from around 2,500 plus GST up to 3 lakhs plus GST. So out of that, you can choose whichever fits your pocket, and accordingly, you can go ahead and take your publishing journey ahead. So there are people, I always recommend to go ahead and ensure that your ebook is done first and then your paperback later on, not together. And maybe because, that gives you that uh, push to go ahead and maybe launch your own course. That gives you that buffer, because once your writing job is over, then you can start making see, right now as we are talking, we are working on, like, couple of things. The audiobook process is half the way through. Then if you want to go ahead and do a digital product, we are half the way through. The messages are being sent right now, it seems. You must have received on WhatsApp. It wasn't getting connected. Then launching your full-fledged course the way I teach people. So in that also there are multiple levels, like, yeah, doing a free webinar, then there are paid sessions, then there are high ticket clients. You can close all of these. So you can you can start working on one at a time. Because, currently when I'm looking at the current scenario, many people post 40, 45. They want to start something on their own. So I think people shouldn't wait until 40 to start something of their own. They should start pretty early, because that time the amount of risk that a person can take, people are so scared to take any risk, because they know if things don't work, everything else will fall apart. So that's the only reason, when you are maybe like, up to 30, 35, the stamina to take your risk is basically higher. So that's the apt time to go ahead and, jump into those things. So now let's talk about, 1 second, let me open a new tab. Otherwise it will freeze. So here I am. Today my system is updated. Working like in a very weird manner. Let me share my screen. So let me go ahead and share my screen. This is Amazon. So the first thing that we spoke about the pricing of the ebook. For the paperback pricing, the publisher will go ahead and give you what is the cost, how much will you earn, and what is the recommended pricing. So based on that, you can go ahead and take a call. Okay. So the paperback is dependent upon the paper quality, the color, the dimensions, and every number of pages, to be very honest. So based on that, they recommend, and accordingly, you can take a call. So this is my uh, Amazon. So when I'm coming over here, I'm going to go ahead and first come down to books. Okay. So let's check to new releases in books. Okay, there is some work that's going on, so there will be a network issue. I'll be gone for a minute again. Okay, when it trips. So just stay here. I'm so sorry, guys, but can't help it. So now today, the first thing that we will be working on is how do you go ahead and find out what date is good to go ahead and release your book. But before we go ahead and do that, we want to identify which are the categories that you should be going in for. For that, 1 second. I'm just logging in. Give me 1 second. Share my screen. So, say for example, I am on Amazon. So when you come down to Amazon, this is the search bar you get. You click on Kindle Store. Right now I have Helium that is downloaded. So this is the bar that I can see, but I'm going to just hit an enter. So when I hit an enter, this is where I am. Okay. So sometimes when you hit it on bestsellers, you will get it, but sometimes you don't get it. So when you don't get it, you come down to Kindle Store again, click on Kindle eBooks. And when you come down to Kindle eBooks, you will see top 100 paid and top 100 free. Okay. So when you are choosing where to, when you are uploading your manuscript on Amazon, you are allowed to choose only 3 categories. So how do you actually shortlist those 3 categories? Eh, strategically, that will be a game changer for your book to rank higher. So when you are doing this research, always choose top 100 paid. Okay. Now, talking about, say, Tarun's book is about marketing,
Marketing.
and Shravan's book is about habits. Okay. So if you
Self-esteem.
notice on the left side, there are so many categories out here that we can opt for. So one option is right now I have just divided it into two. Till the time I'm taking it ahead, I want you to put all your 10 chapters or 7 chapters, whatever it is. I want you to go ahead and put it into the chat, all your chapters. Send a list in the chat, Zoom chat. So say, for example, Shravan's book is about habits. So I'm going down to health, family, and personal development. Let's see. So in this, I'm just scrolling down and I have these subcategories. So say, for example, personal development and self-help. So again, in this, there's so many sub categories, to be very honest. So he speaks about self-esteem. So I'm going to click on self-esteem and see. So when I click on self-esteem, the first book that I see, which is ranking on the #1 position, has 12,835 reviews. So whatever the number of reviews is, generally we go ahead and multiply that by 4. The reason is all the people who generally buy your book, they doesn't necessarily leave a review. How many times you have bought a product, but you have not left a review? So the sales are much more higher, maybe 10 times or more than that as well. But to be on a safer side, to at least get a brief idea as to how many pre-orders do you need to rank at this #1 spot, the easiest equation is whatever the number of reviews is, multiply that by 4. So right now, this is roughly around 13,000. So when I multiply that by 4, you need to have 52,000 copies sold. So this is not a very good category. So when choosing a category, the thumb rule is you are going to choose a relevant category, but less competitive. That's the ground rule that, or the thumb rule that we follow. Okay. So self-esteem is not something that is very good. Then maybe he can, let's see, he talks about anger management. What are the topics, guys? Shravan, what are the chapters?
Personal transformation, can it be?
Positive affirmation. Start your day with positive physical activities.
Okay, check where does your book category fall into, let's say self-management, atomic habits out of question, time management,
Yes, time management also.
no,
Check
dopamine
and
detox. Let's check
Personal
success.
transformation,
Sorry.
personal
personal
transformation.
transformation.
Okay, let's check personal transformation as well.
Self management also.
569.
Mhm.
No. Let's check emotions. This is at 27. So again, 2013 to 420 pre-orders. Okay, then let's check something else. Affirmations.
Yeah, affirmation.
Let's check that. How much is it? 165 out of question. Um,
Personal development
okay,
itself.
let's try that as well. 14,000.
Self help.
Let's check eating disorders and body image. Give me chapter. I want all chapter titles, guys. Please
Okay.
put it in the chat. Let's check motivation as well. So this is not a good category for Shravan as of now. So we'll have to check other categories as well. Let's check science, technology, and medicine. What is there in this?
I have shared the chapter names to you, ma'am.
1 second. But guys, you have to go ahead and do this thing only after your entire book is ready. Because whenever you go ahead and do the research right now, there is a possibility by the time you upload your manuscript, the numbers will change. So every time you are going to do it after that particular moment, like, everything is ready.
So, what is the minimum bar we have to take? Reviews more or reviews less category we need to choose?
Reviews less.
Okay.
So I'm going to try out for marketing for, let me check this chapter titles. Sure, one second, let me open this down. Start your day with rest to empower, engage in continuous learning, achieve goals, celebrate your achievements. Okay. Ah,
Learning, achievement.
where is it?
Oh, I heard the word, but we need to find something related to that.
No, you will have to check based on these categories. So I'm going to check language and linguistic also, if they have something in it. Language learning and teaching. Let's see this. This is again 676. Linguistics will not fall into it. He might have to take up something that is into these book categories, because as of now, I don't see any category that will fill in, but I'm going to check. I'm checking reference as well. Let's check. See, this is a category that you can opt for, library and information sciences in reference. See this. Are you there, Shravan?
Yes, yes.
Shravan, write down reference dash library and information sciences. If you notice, this has just 10 reviews. So you would need at least 40 pre-orders to hit this one spot. Because your book will be more like a reference to go ahead and hit, create those 7 or 10 habits that you want people to learn. What else? Let's check religion and spirituality. I'm going to try and find at least one category for each of you. So then you can go ahead and do it for yourself. Because you would know your book better than me. So you can identify what it is accordingly.
Psychology.
Checking 1 second. Psychology, I think I checked now. Psychology is 27. So again, you need 80 pre-orders. So psychology will work for Shivika as well. Now checking social sciences, auto checking. What else? Because you might not get the exact category, so you will have to check by going deep inside to understand what it is.
How we are predicting this much pre-orders we need for this reviews? Means 27, you said 40 pre-orders.
27 into 4
Oh,
or 30 into 4. I explained.
yeah. Okay, okay, okay. 27 to 4. Okay.
Okay, so right now let's check this as well.
Secondary education.
Shivika, textbooks counseling.
Yes, ma'am.
Textbook counseling
Okay.
for you. See, Kindle ebook, textbook counseling. 10,
Me too.
Oh, nice.
10 pre-orders.
Okay. Thank you.
Secondary education. Secondary education again. Counseling. Even Shravan's book can go into counseling. Shravan, are you there? Textbook and
Yeah,
counseling.
textbook counseling.
Yes. Provided the numbers don't change. See, right now what I'm doing is I am looking at your chapters because I cannot find an exact match. So I'm looking at the chapter titles and based on that, I'm trying to see what can fit in. You can, Tarun, you can try administration over here. Textbooks and
Okay.
administration. So this will 25 pre-orders over here. Number one. And you can check something else also. I'll show you what. One second. See this, Kindle ebooks, computing, internet, and digital media. In this digital media and graphic design would be a relevant topic for you. And in this, you need around 30 pre-orders as of now. You can check this as well. Let's check internet and web. In this database is another category, another 10 pre-orders and you can get it. See. Same category. Computing, internet, and digital media. There is another category we can check business and economics because you are into marketing. But last I checked, this wasn't a very good category. Industries and business sector can be used. See. But again, 45 pre-orders. Business and economics, industries and business sectors. You can opt for this as well. So this is how you will find out your categories. Got it? That will go ahead and give you a clear idea how many pre-orders would you need to go ahead and get your ebook done. Fair enough?
Yes.
Any questions? Can I move on to the next part?
Yes.
Okay. I hope everyone has written down their categories.
Health and fitness also I can take, right? Health and fitness, exercise,
You can check.
meditation.
I just gave you gave you only one
Idea.
category.
Yeah.
Because you need 3 categories. This is how you search, do your research for 3 categories. But I'm telling you guys, you are going to do your research only and only when everything is done.
Yes.
Means all your chapters are ready, your editing, proofreading is done, your formatting is done, your front and back matter is ready, everything is done. That's when you are going to do this research. Okay. As of now, you can go ahead and actually tell people that maybe your date, your book might be released on, say, you can get a brief idea as of now. Say whatever your date is. See, once you upload your manuscript, your book to go live on Amazon, it will take 72 hours. That is roughly around 3 days, I can say. So after 3 days, the book will be available on Amazon for people to buy. But I always recommend people to go ahead and upload your manuscript 7 days before whatever date you have finalized. So if you have planned for 30th of June, you will go ahead and upload your manuscript by the 22nd or 23rd night for your book to go live on 30th. 22nd, 22nd and 23rd, 12 a.m. in between. I hope you got my point.
Yeah, understood.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have to take this call. Sorry, guys, to keep you waiting. Are you there? सब लोग चले गए?
Here.
My mentor called up. Like my mentor calls up like once, like my guru, like once or twice in a year. So जब भी call आता है, तो I have to pick up. ऐसे.
Okay.
Anyways,
Can you know
चलो.
your mentor name?
That is a secret. That I will tell you. That's
Hopefully.
um, a spiritual guru. Don't worry.
Okay.
Like we have been with him for like past 20-25 years. So he is one of that person. Why am I being recorded? Okay, one second. I'll just stop the recording. So I've just paused the recording, or it seems once it's city and so many other things. So let me just start. Okay. Shivika, this time I want your book out, huh? Shivika is gone. Okay. So here I am on Amazon. So when I come on Amazon, what is the showing? So I come down to books. Now this time first we checked on Kindle. Now we are going on books. See. So this is books. I come down to new releases. Okay. Again, there is a change in the algorithm. So in new releases, it is showing me everything else. I'm again going down to books over here. Okay. So when we are doing a category research, we are going to do a category research in Kindle ebooks. But when we are going to find out the date when our book will be released, we are going to check it in books. Okay. I hope you guys got the difference. So when I come over here, if you notice, there are so many books out here that will be released. So one second. So first, I'm going down to say business and economics. Let's see. So this was business development and entrepreneurship. Let's see, why is it not showing me? One second, why is this not giving me that thing? Okay, so I'm going back again, one second. Because they changed the stuff again. I'm going back to Amazon. I'm going down to new releases, one second. In new releases, I'm going down to books. In books, again, I'm going down to new releases and pre-orders. They changed it again. Okay, now I'm going down to what was that? Textbooks and study guides. In that, we checked reference. In reference, is there anything that is going to be released? So over here, we are going to click on publication date. On the top right, there is sort by publication date. So over here in textbooks, if you notice, we shortlisted something like a counseling thing for Shivika and Shravan. So I am checking in textbooks and study guides if there is any book that is listed under counseling that will be released. So if you notice in textbooks and study guides, Birds of Kenya, Successions. Is that a spelling mistake? Flight out of New India. Socratic way of questioning, how to use Socrates method. 7th June. So this is released. No, this is releasing tomorrow. Book of Books, Sonali Bendre Bell. This is released on 23rd April. So if you notice, these books are already released. And there is some book that will be, this says currently unavailable, but it will be available by this date. This book is released 30th May 2025. This is also released. This is also released. So I want you to go ahead and give me the categories that we shortlisted for your book. Tarun, what was the category that we shortlisted for your book? Quick. Everyone is feeling sleepy. Shivika is yawning and Tarun is lost.
I'm awake. Textbook, administration.
Okay. Administration was in what?
It was there. Or computer or digital computer and
Computers and internet.
internet.
Okay, wait. So computers and internet, I'm going to check if there are any pre-orders. I'm sorting by publication date. See. Okay. I come down here. So there is this book that is releasing on 1st of July 2025. But if you notice, there would be other editions. So maybe a paperback is releasing. 30th June. This is releasing. 30th June. So if you have a category, if you have put your book under computer science, for example, and if you are planning to release a book on, say, 30th June, and if you see that this book, say, for example, let me go ahead and give it. Okay. So say, for example, you are planning to go ahead and release a book under computer science category, and you're planning to release it on, say, 28th or 29th of June. But if you notice, there is another book that is releasing under the same category on similar dates, like 2-3 days here and there. Never go ahead and release your date somewhere close. So see, if it is 1st July, I would ensure my book is released 7 days before or 7 days after the release of this particular book into this category. So for Tarun's book, if he has chosen that category, it would be 23rd of June or 7th of July, either or.
Okay.
Okay. So going back to now Shravan's book. Shravan, what was the category?
Textbook counseling.
Okay. So in textbooks, there is reference only over here. So we are going to click on reference and see. As of now, under counseling, there is no book that is being released. But the categories for books and ebooks are different altogether. So we come over here. This is 5th of August. I'm just checking reference. 25th of June, but no reviews. So this is 30th May, so released. This is all released. So there is actually no big authors' books that are releasing except for 5th August. So for this category, it is a safer choice. What other category did you get, Shivika and Shravan? I gave 3-4 categories.
One you said references in that subcategory. I haven't remembered.
References is done.
Yeah.
Shivika, what are the categories? Counseling was for both of you.
Yeah, counseling.
Yeah. I noticed counseling on.
Okay. So this is how I want you to go ahead and do your research. If there is a book that is releasing on the date that you have planned, and if you're seeing a number of reviews already on it, just ensure that your book release date, I would be answering, give me 1 second. Your book release date would be 7 days before, 7 days after that particular book's release. Okay? Yes, Tarun, shoot.
Yeah, my question is like already they have got reviews, already they have got the book in place. Why they have a different launch date?
Because they might have released their ebook before and they are now launching their paperback. Or they would have a paperback and now they are launching a hardcover. Or they might have a paperback and ebook, now they are doing an audiobook. That way.
Okay. And why so like if we are ready with the book, so far what I understood is like once we are ready with the book, we'll just put it in the Amazon, and once it gets approved, it will be published. But why there is a specific date for it, and what's the reason behind it? I'm just not able to understand it.
the reason I go ahead and suggest to choose a date because one, when we are doing a pre-launch on social media, we have to give them a date when the book will go live. So say, for
Okay.
example, you say that your book is going, you are writing a book, and all three of us, Shravan, Shivika, and I, all of us are planning to go ahead and buy your book. So if we are planning to buy your book, we should know when we are going to get a copy, right?
Okay.
So maybe that is like a tentative date. Like say, for example, I am choosing currently 25th of June, for example. So generally I choose 25th of June every single month. So once I go ahead and do that, but for some reason, the date gets postponed for any technical reasons. So that time, the three people who have bought your book, you have to go ahead and inform them that the book launch has been postponed.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Postponed to what date? Because you have to understand that you have taken money from them. So
Okay.
you are answerable to them.
Mhm.
So that's why. So like 2-3 days here and there, it's okay because like people do understand. And if there is, because of this reason, you are going to postpone. Say for example, there is a big launch that is happening, and that's why you are there is an issue if you postpone. If you prepone, there is never an issue. People are more than happy. So when you are going to postpone, I want you to go ahead and just tell them that there is some technical issue that's going on and we are sorting on it. But just don't take money and just don't like ghost them completely. Okay, don't do that.
So the
For
idea,
it,
sorry.
go on.
So the idea for pre-launch is like the date, a specific date is to have like everything ready and publish on the same day for everybody whom we have already got the thing.
Right, right, right.
Mhm.
So only the pre-launch date gets changed only when there is a big author book releasing. Otherwise, it doesn't change. And
Okay.
that too, there is a big author book releasing in your category, in not some
Okay.
other category, because your rankings get affected.
Yeah. You said we can choose up to three categories when we publish
Right,
it. So should we have
right.
to consider all the three categories which we thought of, or should we have to think of the
Yes.
prime one?
You no, you will be checking all the three categories to
Mhm.
finalize the dates.
Understood. Fine, fine.
To be very honest, like if I would have been in your place, say for example, I have chosen say three categories. Say for example, I've chosen one is counseling, one is administration, and third could be like
Business. The
personality
computer.
development, for example. So I would check all the three categories to see if there is any competition out there. Okay. And then maybe I would zero down, but more or less that it doesn't happen that way. Like, you get books releasing in all the three categories. So most of the times the books people who generally put in for pre-order are the ones that show up here. But people who are just going to punch it and make it live instantly,
Hmm.
they generally don't show up because it will go through Amazon's checks and then it will go on live. So there is no time for pre-order. But the biggest problem with pre-order is once you put your book for pre-order, you cannot change the date.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tested it for my third book and I wanted to release my book or just prepone or postpone something of that kind, but it wasn't allowing me. So rather make your book ready and just put it.
Okay.
But this gives you a brief idea. Okay.
So what is the average gap we should have once, let us take an example, like by today, my book is ready. Or what is the timeline should I have to have in a way, like ideally should I look for which state is available kind of thing?
So say for example, you upload your manuscript on Amazon,
Okay.
like KDP. When you go ahead and upload your stuff out there, what you are going to do is uh, take 7 days, to be very honest.
Hmm.
So choose a date 7 days from today. So today is 6th. I would no, today's 5th, so I would choose 12th, because Amazon will take 3 days, 72 hours to be very precise, to make your book live. So you can choose to go ahead and make your book live on a specific date, or that is 12th of June, or you can always say you can make your book live immediately. You can opt for anything. But there are times when Amazon might find some issues, then you have to play at the email game with Amazon. And that is the most time consuming part. So in such a scenario, because every book is unique, so you might miss out on that launch date. So that's why I always prefer to go ahead and ensure that your manuscript is uploaded 7 days in advance. This is what I do.
Understood.
Got it? Yes, Shravan, any questions for me?
Okay, madam.
All good?
Yeah, means work once we complete, then only I can ask some more questions.
Okay. So are you planning to write the 7 habits or 10 habits now?
That's what I'm thinking, ma'am. Maybe in between 7 to 10, in between this. Yeah.
Go for 7 then, in that case. That's okay. 8 is an odd number, go for 7.
Okay. And one more
I
thing
think
is-
you have completed 7 now.
Yeah, 7, 6. Seventh is
so
little bit is there.
so complete 7 and finish it off. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
that's
do a pre-launch, so at least you will get pre-orders.
okay. And one more thing is
Okay.
pre-launch on social media. We are putting this right. We are giving the offer to them, like the price we are mentioning before the book launch. Once we got, I mean, someone interacted with us, they have purchased it, they have paid that. After that, do we need to send any PDF to them, or what exactly? That I did not
No.
understood.
See, this is how it works. Say, for example, you are doing a pre-launch. I am buying your book. So when I buy your book, and your book is going live on, say, 12th of June. So once your book goes live on 12th of June, you have taken money from me. You have taken 99 rupees from me. So once your book goes live on Amazon, once your category starts showing up, you are going to go ahead and ensure that you are going to put in my email ID and pay the money that you have received to Amazon. I hope you got my point.
Yeah.
So once you pay that money to Amazon, Amazon will email me the copy. You don't have to send it to me.
Okay. It's like just offer as a
Yes.
gift.
Yes.
But if we have something like pre-launch offer pricing or something, let us take the book cost is 199 and I'm giving for 149 for whoever books it in a prior. Like how does it work? I'll be getting 149, but I have listed the book for 199. 50 rupees is lesser. Then how would be the case?
Didn't I answer this in the webinar? You are not going to increase the price. You
Okay.
are a marketing person.
Mhm.
Remember that. You are doing this to go ahead and create that sense of urgency and scarcity.
Yeah.
So the price point will be 99 only.
Okay.
But people get that mindset. Oh, I'm going to save 50 rupees. So let me go ahead and buy it now. Right?
That's true. That's true. What I mean is like I have listed the book for 199. I'm saying that whomever books first, like whomever grabs the pre-order, so we'll be giving for 149. So I've got money of 149 rupees from a person, and I have listed the book for 199 rupees. So how does it work?
Why will you list the book the other way around?
The first mover advantage or giving some additional benefit kind of thing?
No.
No.
So basically, no, you are doing it the ulta wala, the other way around. I'll explain you. What you are doing is you are listing that book for, say, 200 rupees, but right now you are giving me the book for 100 rupees.
Okay.
So I'm going to pay you 100 rupees, but that another 100 rupees is going from your pocket.
Yeah. Okay.
So who is going to benefit? Only Amazon.
Amazon.
You are at loss. So
Hmm.
rather, you are going to tell everyone that this book will be, once it goes live, this book will be at 200 rupees. But right now, if you go ahead and book this copy, you will get it at 100 rupees. Okay. But when you list it on Amazon, you are going to list it for 100 rupees only.
Uh-huh.
Right? So
Okay.
for maybe a month or two, you will keep it for 100 rupees, and then maybe over a period of time, you will go ahead and increase it at a later part.
Okay.
Got it?
Understood.
Not now.
Okay.
Yes, Shivika, she's smiling. Tell me questions.
Ma'am, I have a different question, but it's related to selling and marketing. So, as
Tell me.
wanted to know from your perspective, as you have published 3 books, so like how is the conversion criteria? Like, I just wanted to know and be positive if people do people
To
buy
be very
it?
see, I will not bluff. To be very honest, uh, book sales for ebook, I would always prefer an organic marketing, and organic marketing is takes time. Okay, for paid
Organic marketing.
marketing, the free marketing, like you
Okay.
keep on posting content every single day. For
Mhm.
that, most of the people, what I have noticed is they see. I don't know, like you might have you started following me 2 days back, right?
No,
On
no, ma'am,
Insta.
I've been following you since February.
I got an alert 2 days back,
I
Shivika, where
messaged,
it started
I,
falling.
no,
So
no,
I don't
I
know.
commented on your reel. You must have received the
Huh,
alert on your channel.
maybe. So
Yeah.
the point is, when where are you seeing yourself, like 6 months down the line? So are you
Mm.
looking at the sales only from book, or from, for me, I want money coming in from all avenues. So the biggest mistake that people do is this, like, I want to focus on earning that money from only one avenue, that is book sales. But book sales take time. And if you want to get that kind of book sales, you need to shell out that amount of money. So if you remember, I spoke about the 3 lakh wala package with the publisher.
Mm.
If you have that money, go ahead and do it. Okay. Right now we are in talking terms with few places to see if we could do book launches in Mumbai. So we can have, the author community coming out here. That's what we can do. So, but again, we need to have at least like a good number of people who are about will be doing being will be a part of it, and they are willing to travel to Mumbai for us to do,
Mhm.
because all the
Okay.
people are from different parts of India, right? So they have to travel to go ahead and be part of that. So, what you can do is, like, if you ask me, maybe for a paperback, you can do a paid marketing that is running ads, not for ebook. Okay.
Okay.
Because ebook, again, you are earning somewhere around 65 rupees, and you might go ahead and the ads actually go into learning phase, and it takes a lot of time to go ahead and come out of learning phase. So you will again put in around at least like 6 to 8 thousand every single month to go ahead and get that sales. It is not a 1 day game. You have to think long term, at least 6 months to get that sales. So for ebook, organic marketing is the best way that you can go for. So we might have a new book marketing boot camp coming up next month or something. That's what we are planning. So if that happens, be part of it. So you get plug and play templates. You might get a demo in session number 8 as well. If you are there next week, so you will understand what it is. In a gist, I will not go in detail. So that is one option. But for paperback, yes, you can do that. But I want you to look at it beyond just book sales, maybe getting clients, running courses.
Yeah.
Because what the genre that you are writing in, or maybe the niche that you are in, you might get like a one-on-one consultation, or maybe like a proper full-fledged course. Like I have stretched it throughout the whole month. You can go ahead and do the sessions that way as well. So that again based on like your preferences. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Fair enough. Any other questions for me? Tarun is thinking. No, Tarun is smiling.
Ma'am, I have one like personal question. Like you in the last session, you mentioned you did some workshop for 8 days, I guess, like the 8 days thing that completely transformed you. So that was
Hmm.
related to this belief change workshop or something.
That was about a lot of other things.